Alright, this video is aimed towards pretty much every Goku fanboy around the world. Sorry. But, anyway, I want to tell you that Goku is not God, okay? Goku can't beat everyone and anyone all at the same time. You fanboys are overhyping him too much. And before I go any further, I want to say one thing. Superman is not God either, okay? It's not right to overhype him. There are a lot of people who can beat Superman, alright? So, before you go off calling me just some Superman fanboy, I want you to know that, alright? Superman, especially modern Superman, can be beaten by a lot of people, one of which is Goku, okay? PC Superman is nearly unbeatable, but yes, there are still people who can beat him. And anyway, moving on, after just getting that out of the way, if you've noticed how many Goku fanboys there are, and the ratio of fanboys of Goku to Superman is about probably 10 to 1, okay? And some of them just say that, sure, yeah, Goku can beat Superman, but, Goku, he can't beat everyone, and that's fine. But there are fanboys out there who believe that Goku is God, Goku is invincible, and Goku can beat anyone. I'm going to tell you why this is really starting to bother me. And another thing, before you call me a fanboy, I'm going to tell you why it's incorrect to say that. Yes, even if I'm a Superman fanboy, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fanboy too, because I've seen every episode of Dragon Ball Z, almost every of GT, and a few of Dragon Ball. So I'm a pretty big Goku fan myself. In fact, I'm probably one of the biggest. I am the biggest fan of Goku I know. And Goku, Dragon Ball Z, I almost liked it more than Mario growing up. And I kind of grew away from it, but I still loved it. But because of the fact that all these people are overhyping him to the point where he could beat God, it's just making me start to hate Goku. And I can't... That's starting to mess me up. You're starting to make me hate a character that I used to love so much. And I, just being such a DBZ nut, I feel like I can't even like it anymore just because of how torturous these fanboys are. And these fanboys, they talk about how much they hate Superman because of his overhyping fanboys, and they don't realize that they're not being any better. And why do Superman fans hate Goku, and why do Goku fans hate Superman, is because they overhype each other too much, okay? Neither one of them are God, and neither one of them are invincible. And the only reason I get so angry at people saying Goku's invincible is because he's died twice. Okay? Someone was even telling me he probably died a third time. Now I'm going to go on to why people overhype Superman and why it's a little more acceptable for that. Okay, pretty much every generation today who knows nothing about pop culture, knows a lot about pop culture, but not that much about comic books, thinks that pretty much Superman can beat anyone. Because that's alright, they grew up believing that in the age where Superman could pretty much do everything, and that's what they think of him. Just about everyone I know who doesn't know that much about pop or comic books, most of them think that Superman can do anything, and that's pretty much just a stereotype. And you can't really, I know you can call these people ignorant, but unless you're really a nerd, you're not really going to know that Superman can't do everything. Because he's Superman, and that's... everyone just thinks of him as being godlike, and which he is, but... I mean, and some people think he can't do as much as he can, some people... And you gotta, with the Superman movies in the 70s where he spun back time... You just got to understand where these people are coming from. And with Goku, he's not nearly as generic of a character. He's not nearly as iconic. And he's nowhere near as famous or well-known as Superman. And that's why you can't really generically say that Goku is strong. It's like, when you're trying to lift, like, I don't know, say like you're trying to lift something and... Someone says, oh, no one can lift that. He said, well, Superman can. He's like, yeah, he's Superman. Well, you're never going to hear, it's like, I can't lift it. It's like, you can't lift that. He's like, oh, well, Goku could. Oh, yeah, he could do that. Unless you actually really know about Goku. You really don't have to know about Superman to say that. Which is, you gotta understand why people overhype Superman and why it's a little more acceptable for it. And you're not a fanboy if you overhype Superman, alright? You have to pretty much be a fanboy to overhype Goku. I mean, Goku isn't invincible. I've never seen him to be able to do nearly as many things as fanboys say he can do. Like what they say. They say he can blow up the universe with like a little flick of his finger because he's stronger than Omega, which means he has to be able to do that. Huh. Well, then why, whenever he just shoots a little blast, why wouldn't he just blow up the universe? Just curious. Do you ever think maybe he's weaker than the villain he fights? Maybe he just barely wins like he always does? He just barely wins? I mean, afterwards, yeah, he's going to be a lot stronger than the villain, but... And someone told me that Goku, SS3 Goku, was easily stronger than Kid Buu, but he didn't want to make Vegeta mad, so he started to, act like he wasn't nearly as strong as him. Well, that would make Goku a bad person, which he's not. Because that would mean that Goku's risking everyone's lives just to make Vegeta happy. It's not Goku style. And with Shenron, this really annoys me, because Shenron, all he has is the powers of Earth. If you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, you'd see that he couldn't even destroy the Saiyans, because he only has the powers of Earth. So how does Shenron come off as being a god in GT, if he only has the powers of Earth? That doesn't make any sense. And another thing is, with modern Superman, if he can destroy a planet, and Goku couldn't even destroy a planet until he was Super Saiyan, then... and some of this stuff doesn't make sense, but I'll still give it. Like Vegeta blowing a planet in the beginning of DBZ. I mean, I get that. I understand that. And I know you ask, it's like, well... I know you have to say, well, if Vegeta can do it, Goku's stronger than him, so Goku can do it. But if you didn't notice, Goku wasn't stronger than Vegeta at all. Goku didn't become stronger than Vegeta until about Namek, when he could finally blow up a planet. Which, yeah, basically in that logic, Super Saiyan Goku is the strongest Saiyan Saga Vegeta? No. DBZ doesn't use logic. Oh, well... Now, saying that Super Saiyan Goku was a lot stronger than Frieza, that is true. You can go ahead and say that, because it was true. Very true. Goku spared Frieza because he knew that he could just kill Frieza and snap a finger. Which I really, really liked when Goku did that. Goku showed compassion for someone even as evil as that, giving him, he's not showing that he's not as bad as him. I kind of like that. I mean, I always liked that about Goku. He's so strong, but he doesn't kill anyone. Like Superman. I mean, that all shattered when he killed Majin Buu, but, I mean, you can even say he didn't kill him because he wished him back as, another person. You could say he killed Shenron and Hirudegarn, but, GT's not very good anyway. I think we can all agree on that. And SS4 Gogeta, I'm a little more lenient on. I mean, if you say things he can do, he probably can do those things. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, if he wouldn't have played around so much, he would have killed Omega. And again, a snap of a finger. SS4 Goku, I think really want to talk about SS3, is he's not invincible at all. He did struggle with Kid Buu, whether you believe it or not. Even if Goku says that he could have killed Kid Buu, he's probably saying that to make them feel better. Oh, we were never in real danger. You don't have to worry, guys. Doesn't seem like Goku style. He doesn't want to make you worry. He's a nice guy. He might be a saint, but he's not a god. And yeah, as you can see, even though I've come off making fun of or picking at Goku, kind of see throughout the video that I do really like the character. Goku is one of my favorite characters. I'm not just one of those guys who puts him on my list just so the fanboys don't hate me. I really do like Goku a lot. He's a great character. But so I beg of you, for the sake of Goku, don't overhype him. Don't make one of his fanboys hate him. Okay? And don't make people who used to love him or like him or think he's okay hate him the way that you're making, way you hate Superman for the reason you shouldn't hate the character for. You just hate his fanboys. Okay? You say you hate Superman because they make him look like a god. But you make Goku look like a god. And that's why people hate Goku. So we need to stop overhyping our characters and come to agreements and make sure that we can like them. Neither one of them are a god.